All right, good afternoon and welcome to Ivy Madness. We appreciate the media in attendance and for your coverage of Ivy League basketball. My name is JJ Klein, and I'm an Assistant Executive Director with the Ivy League office. Right now, we're excited to be joined by the second-seeded Princeton Tigers. On the dais with me is head coach Mitch Henderson, along with Tosan Awoma, Ryan Langborg, and Matt Alacco. We'll start with some opening comments from Coach Henderson and then move into questions from the media. If you have a question, please raise your hand, and we'll bring a microphone over to you. Please state your name and affiliation prior to asking your question. Coach, welcome to Ivy Madness, and we'll kick it off with you with some opening comments.
First I want to say thank you to the Ivy League and also our people here at Princeton for working together. It's really fun for us to be in the tournament and also to be the hosts. This is a really cool thing. We've just walked through parts of javelin that some of our guys have never even seen to get in here, which is really fun and different, and it's a lot of effort has gone into this, and it gives the student athletes an opportunity to feel what's special about March. We're really happy to be here. We're coming off back-to-back Ivy League titles, and this is a really good group of guys that have gotten us there. The senior class, we've had 3 years with this group, so one year for the stop, but 3 years together, and it's a really fun group to work with, and we're excited to get going tomorrow.
We'll open it up to some questions. As a reminder, please speak into the microphone when you ask your question.
Walker Carnathan, Daily Pennsylvanian. Kind of for any of the players. Last week, obviously, the home crowd was pretty pivotal for you guys in the second half. What kind of difference does it make for you guys to be able to play these really important Ivy League games here in front of your home fans?
Yeah, I think it means a lot to be able to do it in front of the home crowd, like you said. It's not just going to be our fans there this weekend, but they were great last weekend, and we appreciate their energy and what they bring.
Next question, Jonathan.
Thanks. Jonathan Tannenwald from the Philadelphia Inquirer. Mitch, first of all, you guys are the 2 seed, but so much between you and Yale is dead even this year. Do you think of yourselves as not the favorites, or do you think of yourselves as the favorites?
We always put all of our chips in on trying to win the league, and we were fortunate to do that. We obviously share the championship this season with Yale. I think this time of year, Jonathan, you want to have I think the team that's really cares a lot about one another and everybody wants it right now. I don't know who the favorite is. You guys have been watching the league. I mean, the league's so competitive and even, and we know that everybody in the league that's here this weekend has great players. But what we're aiming for is how much can we care about one another, and I think that helps raise the level of play. So I certainly hope that would make us the favorite.
And when it comes to tomorrow, everybody in the league now has experience playing teams 3 times in a year because the tournament's been around for long enough. What does it take to beat a team 3 times in a year when they know you as well as they do? I love it. I always like watching the NBA finals and the difference between games 1, 2, and 3. And as you go on, it's different. So we've made adjustments. I'm sure Penn has as well. And then you got to play. It's just basketball, and I think if we start thinking about what it's like to beat somebody 3 times, they've fallen into a little bit of a trap. You just got to play, got to make shots, take care of the ball, and root like hell for these guys next to me.
Steve Silverman, Ivy Hoops Online. This question is for the players and for you, Coach. So back-to-back Ivy titles, you won one last year as well, and fell short in the Ivy League tournament last year. So do you feel like you have some unfinished business this year on the home court at the tournament, a bid to the NCAA tournament on the line, and does that provide you with some extra motivation when you go out to play tomorrow?
I mean, absolutely. We were all pretty heartbroken, I think, last year. Obviously, really wanted to get there. It's a dream of all of ours to play in March Madness. So I think bringing it home at our home court, I think would be even better and more special than if we did it last year. And we got a great group, so we're pretty excited.
If I could ask one quick follow-up. So, a week ago you beat Penn, you beat them earlier in the year. You know what it takes to beat a team like Penn. Is there any risk as you go into the game tomorrow that you look past it to a championship game with a possible rematch with Yale or a rematch with Cornell?
I would say no. I mean, we get to this point, it's, you got to play well against anybody. So just one day at a time, and, we can't look past anybody. Obviously, it was a really close game last week. They're a great team, a lot of great players. So, we can't look ahead, and we just got to focus on winning this one.
Kyle Franco with the Printonian. Mitch, I know you like to say that you want to be playing your best when you walk outside and it's still light out. How close are you to being at that right now?
I think really close. We've had a good, fun week this week, preparing, and we just had a nice long walk from Dillon down here. I don't know. This is why we do this, so you can play basketball right now, and it's I don't know. There should be a lot of joy with the way we play. That's what we're hoping for.
Adam Zalonka, Garden State. This question's for any of the players. I think we were talking to the women's team yesterday, and Grace mentioned that it's like a business trip for them. Is it the same mindset here? Are there any pitfalls or distractions? Mitch was just joking about seeing parts of Jadwin you haven't seen before. How are you compartmentalizing it all?
It is a business trip for sure, in a sense. We got a job to do, and we're going to try our best to do it. But as far as it, like us being in a different part of the gym or different bench, whatever, I think we still recognize that it is our home gym, and they can put up all these, these great signs and endorse the league and everything, but we're still at home. So, we should feel comfortable knowing that, and hopefully it's going to help us.
The signs look really nice, though.
Of course, I left that part out.
George Clark, Ivy Hoops Online. Matt Alaco, you always, seems like you always get the other team's best guy. Is that something you relish? Do you look forward to that, or do you say, oh my God, Dingle?
I think if you're a competitor, you have to look forward to those challenges, and Jordan Dingle's a great player. Obviously, he had a big game last game, so. But it's not just me, great players like him, and outside of him, other great players in the league. We got a team defend really well. So, maybe, to the average fan, people say that, oh, he's matched up with Matalaco tonight, but I think we look at it as a challenge for the whole team.
He certainly had a big game. He got his 28, but 7 of those came in the last 25 minutes, so you had to be pretty proud of that.
Again, I credit that to my teammates. I know I got a lot of help behind me and a lot of support, so, they give me a ton of confidence, and I have the same confidence in them.
Thank
you. Diego Uribe with the Daily Princetonian. This question is for the four of you. Obviously, towards the end of the year, you guys had some trouble closing out games. In those games against Harvard and Yale, you guys held, I think it was 19-point leads in the second half, and both of those games came down to the wire. So for the three players, for Matt, Tosan, and Ryan, you guys are the primary ball handlers on this team. What role do you think you guys play in closing out games? And for you, Coach, just what are the keys to being able to, have success closing out games?
Yeah, obviously we play a massive role. The ball's going to be in one of our hands, most likely, towards the end of the game. And, it's our job to make plays for one another and for the team. It's not something that any of us shy away from. We look forward to that in those moments in the game. And, like you said, we gave up some leads in those games, but, we've kind of moved on from that now. And we know we need to do to, keep playing our brand of basketball and win those types of games. So.
Yeah, and just add that we were down 18 too, and it's you take the good with the bad, and you can't get too high or low in any part of a game. And the group talks a lot during timeouts. His nickname is Mushmouth, Matt Alaco, and talks all the time. And that's what you want. You just want them talking, no matter how bad it gets or how good it is. Just keep talking.
Caleb Crane with the Daily Pennsylvanian. Tosan and Matt, obviously you got Ivy recognition this year on the All Ivy teams. I was wondering if you could speak a bit about what that means to you and also how you're looking past that as you approach this weekend.
For me, it's a great honor. I'm really appreciative, but ultimately, our goal as a team was never to be individually recognized. It's to be here and win a championship. So that's all I have to say about that. I'm very appreciative, but we got bigger things ahead of us, I think.
Yeah, in the same vein, it's an honor. I think individual awards are a testament to the group a lot and the support staff around you. But like Mosh said, we came here to get team recognized as a team, to win championships. So that's what we're focused on this weekend.
Rob Brown, Ivy Hoops Online. Coach, Penn has a lot of offensive weapons beyond Jordan Dingle, but a big key last week was limiting their free throws. How important is that to the game plan?
Limiting Penn's free throws?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they're just a really tough team to cover, as you mentioned. Dingle's constantly moving, and when he is playing well, they tend to it raises the level of everything. So, our goal is always to not foul. We never have the intention of doing it, but it's really like they're very physical games. Our game down there at the Pluster was very physical in the game on Saturday, and tomorrow's going to be very physical game. So I'm hopeful that we can, play physical without fouling.
Time for one more question.
Yusuf Muhammad, Daily Princetonian. I was just wondering, Matt, it seems like, in those late moments in the game, the ball is always in your hands. And even on Saturday, we saw, you took that last shot before overtime. So I was just wondering, what's going through your head and sort of is it going to be any different going into tomorrow and the day after?
I don't know. It's just how the game goes sometimes. Ball finds you, and it's just making the right play. We got a ton of guys who have made big plays all year, so it's just the trust we have in each other. And it just, this past weekend just happened to be in my hands a little bit, but guys sitting next to me up here have made enormous plays all year. So, we got trust in each other and belief that in big moments all our guys can make big plays. So. I think that's just how ball goes sometimes.
Thank you.
All right. Coach, Ryan, Tosan, Matt, thank you for your time and good luck this weekend.
Thank you.
Thank you.